touching pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Old Dominion Monarchs, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. That's some way to start this game. They're lining up for an onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
And I get it. You want to start fast, take the life out of this home crowd. But when you're the road team and you start the game with an onside kick, that is a little bit crazy, a little bit aggressive. And when you don't get it, now you've created all the momentum for the home team and great field position.
The offense set for a first down play. From the gun, the running back has it. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense, creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Looking to take a shot. And the pass is intercepted.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Puts him in the spinner, still running. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
And that's why, for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
He's going to pass on second down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the first down.
There's a lot of different ways this offense can attack you throwing the ball. One of them is getting the running back going, and the screen is a great way to get him lathered up and get the defense starting to think about him a little bit more now.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And the offense tries to slip in the screen. It's a good play on 3rd and short. If you can get them aggressive and the defense aggressive, but the defense sniffed it out, shut that play down before it even started.
They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He looks that one in nicely. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
Really nice job by the offense. Hey, man, trust your guys, right? We got all these analytics and 4th down saying to go for it. They trust their quarterback. He gets it done with the completion and gets the big first down.
He's going to pass. The throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. After the misfire now on second down. He's looking to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Going to try to get it himself. Nothing but green ahead. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
Turning to the running game on first and goal. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. These fans raising the volume on second and goal. He's looking to throw. Grabbed behind the line, it's Young. Touchdown, Old Dominion. Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
I invited you, nigga. Ready up. Ready up. Good boy.
Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. Maybe you need a little caffeine, or maybe the sheer energy of this matchup will keep you wide awake, as we know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. As we'll see a squad from the back, the Ball State Cardinals, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. I guess they're not interested in kicking it away. They're lining up for an onside kick. They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Oh, he dropped it! That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Got it behind the line. It's Marks. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
On the move, it's Marks. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he scoops his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit.
It's really frustrating for a defense when you cover that first play. You knew it was going to be a pass. You cover everything short. And then the quarterback just makes something happen. I mean, just good luck trying to get him. That's why he plays QB. That's why he's so dynamic.
Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Caught in the backfield, it's Branch. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. And the Trojans are in the hurry-up. Trojans used to be known for student body right, and they can still do that. But with quarterbacks like this, you want to put it up.
Yeah, I think they hung that up years ago when they started to find, you know, big, strong quarterbacks that can throw the ball all over the yard. So I like the student body right, student body left, but that's a little old school for me.
Throws toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Trojans.
Nice job by the quarterback there of just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down in the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area, throwing this thing on time, and this is going to be a touchdown. And that's exactly what happened.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and they finished the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. Just about set to kick it away. From inside the 15, here's the return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. First down here for the offense. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Got it in the middle. It's slow. Oh, he's so hard to get on the ground. He's got room. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Cardinal.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this decent running back that can play wide receiver. You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. These running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy shows you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? The Trojans racing to the line in the hurry-up. On third down, he drops to throw. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row. 3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the 4th down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football.
Well, I knew the coach was confident in his offense. I did not know he was that confident this early in the game. 4th and long. I thought he'd just punt that one away and let his defense take the field. Interesting.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Setting up the screen. Touchdown, Cardinals! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the
That's
house
not
of
what
the
he
land.
did.
And that's a nice job selling it by the offense. Dropping back, making it look like it's passed. That running back slipping out of the backfield, throwing him the football, getting a dynamic playmaker in space, and he says, I got this, I'll do the rest, and gets the touchdown.
And he tacks on the extra point. They already have the lead, and they're trying to build it here in the first quarter with an onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Touchdown, Southern Cal! The special teams proving worthy of their name.
Well, I give them a lot of credit for having guts. You normally don't see onside kicks until the very end of the game. Here we are in the first quarter, and they tried one, but it didn't work. So their defense now has to come out here and bail them out.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And it's blocked. He picks it up. That's a live ball. They're lining up for the kickoff, and let's see if this return team can answer with a score of its own. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Maybe if he could have eluded just 1 or 2 more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Going to go out on a limb and say they have a lot of him plays. Throw the ball to him. Already over 100 yards receiving.
Keep it simple, stupid. Just find this guy and get him the football. Now, if you're on defense, it's pretty obvious where this team is going with the ball. You're going to have...
The expressway is wide open. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Flushed out of the pocket. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Ball State. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
We may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You can put drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage. Defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25.
Yeah.
Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here, and you know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see a squad from the MAC, the Ball State Cardinals, taking on the 4th-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Well, you don't see this every day. They're lining up for an onside kick on the opening kickoff. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. Fights off a defender. Touchdown, Ohio State. And how about the kicking game coming up with a play?
Man, these coaches talked about being aggressive, and they were. First quarter, you're going with the onside already. I would say it's a little reckless. Onside kicks are not high percentage, but they went for it, they failed, and now let's see how they respond.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're lining up to kick it off, full of momentum after housing that last kickoff. And he's going to run it back. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. The offense starts this drive in the shadow of its own end zone. To the air on first down. On the run, still looking. At the 20, he's got space. All kinds of running room. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing him. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers, they can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon, and you're seeing that here early.
They'll run the screen. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. If they're going to keep covering him like that, they're just going to keep going to him.
And it's so hard because you want to stay back and take away the weapons outside for the wide receivers. But when this guy's going to be able to catch the football and he makes plays like this, now I'm going to have to maybe go play more man, bring a guy to him, and not let him get those open catches.
He's brought down at the 41-yard line. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for a first down.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
The sure hands, it's slow. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
Yeah, and I think you've just seen how the quarterback has so much confidence in this guy catching the ball too, right? Receivers aren't open, tight ends aren't open. He knows he can find him running out of the backfield, or if he lines up at wide receiver, this dude can get open, and he can make positive things happen after he has the ball.
Buys a little time with his feet. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Ball State. The field position was bad. The finish was great. Great way to answer that poor field position.
Poor field position, no problem. How about it? Great job by the offensive coordinator. This offense getting in a good rhythm early, even backed up, even in a predictable situation. Great job coming out.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Fair catch called for and made. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on first down. Fires to the big fella. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Runs through a tackle.
Well, that was pretty easy for the quarterback, right? You just need a few yards to pick up that first. So you find the tight end, put it on his body, let him go do the work, and you keep the drive alive.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Looking to move it through the air. Caught over the middle. It's Ibuka. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
How many ways can I make you think, right? First drive, out the gates, get into my playmaker, going full speed across the formation with a touch pass. You better be able to adjust to it. Then when you adjust to it, I'm going to have it.
He's going to let it go. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. The Buckeyes in the hurry-up.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
We hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third.
Time to take a shot. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. They'll try to pick up the first. Tackled after picking up the first down.
Once you get in this range in the football field, do you depend on your kicker? Do you go for it? I think on fourth down, I think you go for it. This is a long field goal, a lot harder attempt. I like the offense going for it here in this situation.
Moves away as he feels pressure. He chucks one out to the right. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off.
It's really hard when that quarterback gets outside the pocket because it cuts off half of the field. Once he starts to roll out, everybody starts to sprint to the other side of the field. You know you're not going to throw it across your body going to the right. Great job on the defense closing it off and making the interception.
Got it set up on the outside. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. That's the way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. He wants to throw. Quickly complete. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Hey, guys, this running back's not just catching checkdowns or swing routes. You can get him vertically down the field and let him go to work, especially when you get man coverage. Take advantage.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Buying some time. He'll pull it down. Still running at the 40. And they'll move the chains, and a good way to wrap up the first quarter. The Cardinals come to the line with a new set of downs. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. First down to start the drive after the break. He's looking to throw it. Gets it out quickly. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
You see it so much in college football where they motion a running back out of the backfield. What are they looking for? Man coverage. Are you trying to cover my running back with one of your linebackers? If you are, I'm going to take advantage. I love taking advantage of the mismatch with your running back out in space. Keep doing that.
They use those back-to-back explosives to set them up first and goal. Wants to go up top. It's complete on the right side. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's second and goal from the 5. He's looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Cardinals.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Almost a disaster on that return, but they jump on it and they'll maintain possession.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them. So a nice job being able to pounce back on that. And the head coach breathing a huge sigh of relief.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes.
He's loose.
That's a really nice throw. When you think about being the starting quarterback at The Ohio State University, with all the great players they've had here recently, what this offense expects from you, this is explosive passing attack. You've seen that now in recent years. They push the ball vertically down the field. This guy has this skill set. That's why he's out there on the field right now. He allows this offense to really go, and he's playing at a high level.
Brings it in down the left side. And he's running in the open. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Ball State takes over the football and the Cardinal offense headed out. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do?
He'll off one deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be...
Hit the afterburners, kid. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
He's there to make the stop.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
On second down, he's looking downfield. Gets it out fast. And they pick up just a few on that completion. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. The free safety timed his rush perfectly on the blitz, and they come up with the sack.
Yeah, and the free safety usually stays deep, plays coverage, plays in the middle of the field, but they spin him down, bring him in the blitz. You could tell, caught the offense off guard, and he gets the quarterback and gets the sack.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. Looking deep down the right side. And he makes the catch inside the 20. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways, this offense.
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Cardinals! Lining up to add another.
After you, the kick was no good.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. They go 83 yards on the drive, and the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. Maybe some nerves on that return, but a fortunate bounce, and they'll retain possession.
Oof, that's a breathing a sigh of relief for sure. Kick returner tries to take it out, puts it on the ground, but how about the offense getting back on it, turning what could have been a really bad play into, thank goodness I got the ball.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Handoff from the gun. Finds just enough space to create some breathing room. He's got it up to the 12.
I think you run that play so you stay out of third and long. Third and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. Third and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good third down.
He'll take a deep shot here. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Got some room to run.